We'll do some yoga now. So you can, we'll start sitting. You can make yourself comfortable. And let's close down the eyes. Rest the hands on the knees. And give yourself a few minutes just to settle into your practice. So that time where you get to switch off from your day, switch off from everything that's been going on, everything in the outside world. And really notice how you're feeling. Notice what's going on for you today. Notice how your energy feels, how your mind is. How the breath is flowing. And as you tune into your body and the deeper layers of your body, encourage your breath to slow down. So you're breathing in a little bit longer and breathing out a little bit longer. And watching that flow of breath. As you breathe in, allow your rib cage to expand up and out. And as you breathe out, the rib cage softens down and in. You're breathing in, the rib cage expanding. Breathing out, and the rib cage is relaxing. Stay with the rhythm of your breath, the movement of your breath. And we'll work to keep this inward focus, keep this connection to the breath, awareness of the body. Let the eyes open. And we'll lower the chin down to the chest and then make semicircles with the head, rolling ear to shoulder, back through center, and opposite ear to shoulder. So you're making that semicircle with the head, starting to release into the back of the neck. And noticing how the neck is feeling. Notice if there's any tension creeping up into the neck from the top of the back. And as your ear comes to your shoulder the next time, do the circle or the semicircle even in the opposite direction. So you're rolling your head back and around. Nice and easy. And then let your chin come all the way down to your chest again. Hold it there. Take the hands over the back of the head, interlace your fingers, and gently draw down. And then release and bring the head back up to center. You can take the right hand over the top of the head and draw your head down to the right. And as you do it, keep your shoulders relaxed. Think about stretching into the left side of your neck. And then we'll come back up. Switch sides. Take the left hand over the head, draw the head down to the left. Stretch into the side of the neck. And slowly release. So you can pop the hands on the knees and start to move your spine through cat-cow. As you breathe out, you're rounding into the back. And as you breathe in, you're opening up the chest. And you take your time, move at your own pace. And really working to release up and down along the length of your spine. And then we'll come right back into a neutral spine and extend the legs out wide. And then from there, your left hand comes to the center in between the legs. Right hand is coming behind you and you're twisting to the right. And you can start to look over your right shoulder, like you're trying to peep back behind you. And at the same time, you're trying to keep the legs straight, keep the legs nice and active. And we'll keep the twist, but turn your head so you're looking over your left shoulder, nearly like you're looking forward and around. And then take a couple more breaths here. And gently release, head back to center. The right hand comes back around to center. And you can twist to the other side now. So right hand stays in front, left hand behind. And then you start to turn your gaze to look over the left shoulder. Gently breathing into the twist. And you're only going as far as your upper body will allow. There's no forcing. Notice how it feels through the spine, through the waist and the ribs, up into the shoulders. And we're keeping the twist, but turning the head to look over the right shoulder. And again, it's like you're turning to look forward and around. And then breathing into the twist. When you're ready, the head can come back to center and the left hand comes back into center. We'll bend into those knees. You can have your hands on the floor by your hips and just let the knees go from right to left a few times. Good. Let's come back up. Bring the feet together into Tadasana. So you want a good stretch out from your hips to your feet. And then round down over that space between the legs. So you really can let the head hang, let the shoulders round, draw the tummy in, curl the tailbone under. You're breathing into the back body. Let's stay here for just another breath. And then come on up slowly, 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 all the way back up. Stretch your legs straight out in front. And then you can take the right leg over the left, like half Gomukhasana. And then the spine can be upright. The left leg is straight. And from there, that right arm comes up and over into a side bend. So you can bring your left hand out a little bit more to the left if you need more space. And you're keeping the right side of your hip grounding down. And then slowly coming back up. And we'll unwrap the right leg and switch sides. Left leg over the right. Right leg is nice and active. Spine is tall. And then from there, the left arm comes up and over. So just make sure you do the opposite to what you did the last time. And let your shoulder relax. Let your elbow soften that bottom arm. And then really work to lengthen the left side. Anchor the left hip. Reach out through the left fingertips. And come all the way back up. Unwrap the left leg. Bring the soles of your feet together into cobbler's pose. And then bring the arms out in front with a bend in the elbow. And you can wrap the right arm under the left into Garudasana, eagle arms, and lift up through the elbows. And then really think about stretching across the top of your back there. Stretching out between the ribs, between the shoulder blades, opening up that space. And if that feels okay and you want to fold forward, you can hinge forward from the hip and go down as far as you feel comfortable. If you prefer to stay upright, absolutely stay upright. And if you're down, you're coming up with your in-breath, unwrapping those arms and taking the opposite wrap of the arms now, left arm under the right, getting the palms together if you can, lifting up through the elbows, allowing yourself to sit here first and breathe into the top of the back. And then if that feels okay and you want to fold down, you have the option to fold and then breathe into the back body again, holding that forward fold. With your in-breath, come back up. Unwrap the arms. Make your way forwards onto the hands and knees. And we're coming down into child's pose. If you want to use support, you can. So if you have a bolster or a block or a couple of blocks or cushions, you could have them in front. You don't need them at all if you don't have anything. You're folding down. And then the head will either be resting on your support or it'll be resting on the floor. And you're thinking about stretching the spine and stretching across the lower back. Maybe along the side ribs there. Notice how the pose feels. Notice if there's any tight spots along the back body. Imagine breathing into those spots. Stay for one more breath. And then you can make your way up into tabletop. Bring the knees back in line with the hips. And you can continue to use your support if you want to. You're coming into a downward dog. So if you're using a block or a bolster or something, it will end up under the head. So the hips go up and then maybe the head rests on the support. You do not need to have any support there. Don't worry if you don't have any. Or if it's not high enough, you can stack a bolster and a block or two blocks and fill that space. Yeah, and then really try to stretch out the spine. So can we stretch out through the back of the legs? And then when you're ready, you can lower back down into child's pose one more time. And again, feel free to use your support if you have it. Let your body rest down. The forehead will either be on the support or on the floor. Or if there's a gap there and you don't have any support to fill the gap, you can stack your fists and rest your head on your fists. But let's ease our way up off the support, pop it out to the side, and then you're coming to side lying for a half bow. So you can lie on the left side first and rest the head on the arm. And then once you're steady there, you're going to bend your right leg, reach back with that right hand and catch the foot. And then once you get the foot, you're pressing the foot back to create that arc, stretching all along the right side body. Breathing into the front body, front of the hip, the thigh, the shoulder. And slowly release. Release the leg. And then you come around onto the other side. You can slide around and lie on the right side this time. Lay your head down on the right arm, stretch out the legs. And when you feel steady here, then that left leg bends, left hand goes back, catch the foot. And start to send the foot away from you. Like you're creating that arc and breathing into it. And then slowly release the left side, roll onto your back, bend the knees, bring the hands down by the sides, take a little pelvic tilt. With your in-breath, lift up into bridge pose, Setu Bandhasana, bridge pose. If you want to take any hand variation you can, you could interlace your fingers or bring the hands in around the lower back. Now, you don't have to, you can keep the hands on the floor, you decide. Keep the tummy muscles drawing in. And the lower back is nice and long. And the breath is slow. And with an out breath, lower down from the top of the back, all the way down to the hips. Windshield wiper the knees, right to left. We'll do that again. Readjust the feet, take the hands by the sides, little pelvic tilt, engaging the abdominals, and then lifting low back, middle back, upper back, and any variation of bridge that you want to work on. You decide. And then imagine that deep stretch over the front body, the strengthening work of the back body. Legs are strong. And the breath is nice and slow. And then slow with the out breath as you release all the way down until the hips come to the floor. Windshield wiper your knees side to side. And come all the way back in for one more bridge. Hands by the sides, tummy muscles engaged, little pelvic tilt. Lift up slowly, low back, middle back, upper back. Legs are active, glutes are active. Feel that strength lifting you higher. With your out breath, come all the way down, the last time to come down, and windshield wiper the leg. When you're ready, you can bring your knees in towards your chest. Feel free to go wide with the legs as you hug them in. Release across your lower back. Gentle rock from right to left. And if that feels okay, you can take the legs up into happy baby, and you can catch wherever you can reach, backs of the knees, the ankles, or the little toe sides of the feet. And then feel free to rock around on the back. And slowly release. We'll bring the feet down. Nice gentle spinal twist to complete your practice. Hips slide out to the right and the knees go down to the left. And you can keep the head in center if you like, or you can turn your head to look out to the right. And take a few breaths in the twist. And when you're ready, your head is coming back into center, then the legs and the hips slide over to the left. The knees come down to the right. And you're breathing into the twist. Let's come back up, head to center, the legs come back up, then the hips come back in line with the spine. And you can choose what way you're going to lie for Shavasana. So you could lie on your side or your back. You could have the legs up the wall or over the seat of a chair. And you just want to be comfortable, whatever way you're going to lie for Shavasana. Make sure that you're as comfortable as you can be. If you want any extra layers, you want to cover the eyes, feel free to do that. And then give yourself just a few moments to switch off. So this is your opportunity to let go. Time in your week to come back to stillness. Feel your body slowing down, your whole body letting go. From your head all the way down to your feet. Every cell of your body surrendering. Imagine a wave of calmness washing over you, soothing your body and your mind. And that calmness filling every available space. And that calmness bringing a sense of ease. Go deeper and deeper into the calmness of Shavasana. Letting go a little more, a little more, a little more. Your whole body letting go. Your whole body resting down. Notice how at ease you feel in this moment. And know that you've created this feeling for yourself through your practice by focusing inwards, connecting with your body and your breath. And know that you can recreate this feeling anytime you need it. Holding on to this calmness, this quietness, and taking it with you into the end of your day, into the rest of your week. Feeling grounded and centered in yourself. Start to deepen your breath. And bring some movement to your fingers, your toes. Take a nice long stretch through the arms and the legs. And when you're ready, you can start to bring the knees in towards you. Open up your eyes. And either coming onto your side to come back up to sit, or if you like to roll forwards enough, you can come up that way. You're making your way back to sitting in your own time, bringing the palms together in Anjali Mudra, and then bow down the head, acknowledging yourself for the time that you've given yourself today, for the practice that you've given yourself, and then offering our deepest thanks and respects to each other.